Welcome to Mechanical Parts Modeling with Inventor 2018. In this video, we are going to create a mechanical fixture block. Our objectives will include to use the extrude command, how to use the rip command, how to use 2D sketch, and lastly, we will introduce ourselves to how to use planes. Let's start. After starting Inventor, you will have the home. You will have the home screen like so. Now click on New, and then in the templates block, make sure metric is clicked like so. And then in the part block, let's use standard in millimeters. So you click on standard, and then you click on create. Now that our interface is loaded, we could go ahead and start our work right away. First, what we would have to do is we would have to create a 2D sketch. So let's click on 2D sketch. We are going to sketch on this plane, which is the XZ plane. So click on it. And once we enter into the sketch mode, we can start our sketch. But before then, let's move here to the view cube and click on anti-clockwise so that we can rearrange our sketch view. What we will do first is we are going to create a rectangle using the 3-point center. So click on it. Now let's start from the intersection. So we're going to click here. The length of our rectangle is going to be 60, and the width is going to be 30. So here is what we have. Now I am going to press escape on my keyboard to deselect this. So I press escape now, and then I can scroll back and forth to zoom in and out. Now I'm going to click on this dimension, right here, and then drag it outside. Right. What I'm going to do next is I am going to create an arc. So I click on the arc command. Now I click on the start point, the end point, and I want my diameter to be, my radius, and I want my radius to be 15, like so. I'm not going to need this vertical line here, so I will click on this vertical line. I'll click on this vertical line and delete it. Next, I am going to chamfer these edges. Now to do that, I'm going to click on chamfer. We have fillet here, we have chamfer at the bottom. So I'm going to pick chamfer, and my chamfer distance is going to be 9. So I put in 9, but I don't click on OK. Rather, I come to my curve, click on the horizontal part, and click on the vertical part. And I do have my chamfer of side 9. Now I'll do same at the bottom like so. Click here and then there. Now this is the base sketch that I require to create my fixture block. I'm going to click on finish. What I'll do next is to click on extrude like so. So I click on extrude, and I realize that my sketch has been pre-selected. My distance is going to be 9, so I put in 9, and then in here you can change the directions. I prefer this direction, so I'll click on OK. Now I can zoom in or out rather until I can see everything on screen. On the view cube, I can as well click on home, and then everything will be in focus. Alright, now to create the hub on top of that, I'm going to go back, click on sketch, select this surface, and I'm going to click on anti-clockwise on the view cube. So I have this. Now I'm going to use project geometry. So I click on project geometry, click on this arc right here so that it becomes a part of my current sketch. Now I click on line, make sure I have the very tip of this yellow arc, click on it. I need a distance of 18, so I put in 18. I'm going to move down vertically until I get to that line, and I'll connect to this arc, and that is all I need. After doing so, I go to finish the sketch, and then I will click on extrude, and once again my curve is pre-selected. The extrusion height is 21, so I put in 21, and then I click on OK. Lastly, I'm going to put a rip like so in the center right here. I need to put a rip here. Now to do so, I have to sketch in the center, so I'm going to go to plane because I need to put a working plane in the center of my work. So I'm going to go to plane. The kind I need is going to be the mid plane. So I'm going to create a plane which is going to be at the middle point of two planes that are going to be selected. So I'm going to click first on this face, and then on the view cube, make sure you click on this end, and then your block will be rotated. You select this other end, and you see our working plane is placed right at the center. I'm going to go back to the view cube and select this tip so I get this view once more. Now I click on this and I click on create sketch. In here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the line command, hover around this tip, click, and then join this to that tip, and I'll finish my sketch. What I'll do next is I will click on rip, and then I'm going to use parallel to sketch plane, and I am going to use direction 1. Make sure you are using symmetry so that your rip is distributed center-wise, and put in a thickness of 7, and we are going to use to nest. Now you click on OK, and that is how you create your rip. Now finally I click on work plane, right click, and click on visibility. My work plane goes away. Lastly, I need to pull a hole at the center, so I'll go back to sketch. And I'm going to arrange this anti-clockwise. I'll go to circle. Now I will hover around this until the center point appears. Now there I have my center point, and I'm going to put in a diameter of 15. Hit enter. There I go, and I'll finish the sketch. Now I'll go back to extrude, and I notice that my curve is pre-selected. I am going to change the direction to direction 2 and click on cut, just so instead of creating a solid block, I rather create a cut. And then in extend, I'm going to go down and choose all. That means I want the hole to go through the entire block. Click on OK, and there you go. There you have your first exercise completed successfully.